I am welcoming you from all my heart to the Peacecamp in Lackenhof. And I want to congratulate you because you are a group of very courageous people. I think that you are so courageous to come to a foreign country, to meet people from other countries, to speak in English with these people, which is none of your mother tongue, and to allow yourself to participate in a kind of experiment that nobody of us knows exactly what will be the outcome. I have invited you here to discuss matters that have to do with peace. Our world now, unfortunately, is not peaceful at all. There are wars, there are conflicts, there's a lot of migration, there's people who have lost their own home, who have lost also important people of their life due to wars, due to terror, due to migration and all kinds of things. And I have invited you to come and think together how we can contribute to make our own world more peaceful, more nice, more pleasant for all of us.
You are okay?
Is it größer oder billig? Ja. Okay, dann wer von uns?
Yeah. Okay, wait. You're 99.
How did you react when you heard that Hungary is built walls at the border instead of bridges? So we, the government, don't want to go in Hungary or go through Hungary in Austria.
To be honest, I was quite angry because we heard a lot through the media, and at this time Austria was still welcoming refugees, so our press was also like attacking a bit Hungary for this decision. But surprisingly, or not so surprisingly, a few months later Austria did the same.
I just wanted to react to your question. You asked that do we think that it's possible for Hungary to make these things exist, so let them get education or, I don't know, money and everything. So I think that it's kind of our human duty to help other people who are in need and everything. So I think the Hungarian government wastes money on a lot of unnecessary things, which could be put into things which actually need the money or need the finance or just the help and everything. So I think, for example, it's a really bad example, but because we had now this soccer thing, we actually did good. But before that, the Hungarian soccer team is bad. I'm sorry if anybody likes the Hungarian football team. I think it's bad. We haven't really got any good places or anything. But the government keeps spending a lot of money on building stadiums. We have like, I don't know how many stadiums now, and they have like 20,000 places and like 1,000 people go to see and watch the game. So it's just waste of money, in my opinion. And these enormous amount of money could be placed into something which actually needs that money. So helping other people out, helping building other hospitals maybe, because hospitals are kind of in a bad shape in Hungary, or investing in schooling, or just investing in helping each other out. So people who actually want to come into our country or just cross the country or anything, I think the government, because I don't want to say we, because I don't want to be identified with the Hungarian government anymore. I'm sorry. So I think it's just horrible to see that they are spending this large amount of money on something that actually doesn't need that help. And it's just horrible to see that actually other people need this and we just don't give it to them.
About how the Hungarians occupied the land we have now. It says that once there were two men, sons of a king. They rushed to the women, found out that the two most beautiful ones were the princesses of Pannonia. They needed to hear nothing more. They immediately threw The two princes married the princesses, and their men also tied a knot with the other Pannonian women. Legend has it that we are the descendants of these men.
When the Hamas fight, they fight inside the civil.
One moment, people know what is Hamas?
Oh, Hamas is the terrorist group in Gaza Strip.
The white terrorists.
What?
White terrorist group.
Why?
Why Hamas is terrorist group?
Oh, we call them terrorists to the other side there.
No, but it's not terrorists.
Okay.
I can say
You write all the things you want after you explain who is Hamas and who is this and that.
Let's first explain.
I was waiting for this. I was waiting for this.
Yeah, there's two different
Let's do it in organized way. He will say what is Hamas for him. After you will say what is Hamas for you. And it's okay. Many of us, we receive information of media. And the media not always give all the information. In any country, even in Israel also, we don't know everything. And for you, Hamas is a group, terror group. For the girls of this group, maybe that Hamas is a Palestinian organization with fighters, very courageous people that are ready to kill and to be killed, you know?
And the Palestinian people
they have other narrative. They have other narrative. Look, listen to me a little bit. I think that the best thing that you can do here is to listen the narrative of the others. Listen the other narrative, and for you to listen the narrative of the Christian, because your narrative, you have your narrative.
Come. Yeah, I know. Good girl. Come. A little bit more. I'll put up
Come this way.
I love this square.
You can, it's really narrow. Okay, change this. Yeah, that's it. Okay, I want to take you over.
Well, so I play in a football team, and we are about 15 Austrians and one refugee from Syria, and this guy get discriminated, and all the other 14 football players are discriminating him. That's the problem. No. Just they just talk about behind him, and he didn't recognize. He didn't know what to do.
Yes, I want to tell a story about discrimination that happened in my class. We have a guy who don't like nobody else, just himself. And just he says so bullshit to all the people, like, I don't know how to say it, but it's really hard. When the election was, he said in our class, in front of all the class, Heilhofer. I don't know how to say Heilhofer. I don't know the translation for it.
No, Heil Hitler, it's Heilhofer is the guy, the right-wing guy in Austria.
Yeah. And he said in front of our class. And he said so. Yeah, he said so in open ways in our class. He don't like nobody of us, nobody like who comes from another land. Also they that come from Austria, because he's kind of, I don't know. I don't know what is it with him, and he just keep so bullying us, saying things to us, but I just keep annoying him what he said. I don't care what he said. He can do nothing. And then he got to a small group of friends, and they join him, and they also become like him. But we keep just ignoring them.
I think that in this group there is a consensus, there is an agreement that we individually do not want to discriminate against others. We proved it already by coming here, because we knew that when we come here we'll meet many people who are very different. So if we came, that means we are open to welcome them and to get to know to them. But I think I do not agree with you when you say, oh, we are only pupils and we cannot do anything against discrimination in general. I think we can. I think you can.
When I said we can't change this problem, I didn't mean that we can't do nothing about it. I meant we can't do it alone, because it affects many people. So I can, like Elliot said, he can decide for himself. So this will affect his family as well. They will start to think about it, and I really believe that we can change something, and I hate it if people say like, yeah, you can't do anything. So it's like.
But you know, I think that this feeling is so clear about how difficult it is to feel helplessness, to feel that you don't know what to do. It's a basis of suffering, you know, to think that you cannot do anything, and the idea that Evelyn proposed is to try to fight against this feeling. And I think that the best way to fight is, for instance, to feel what makes our field to feel these kind of things. And I think that's a very good beginning to try to see what can be done. If not, we cannot explain why every year we are doing these peace camps. If we should feel this kind of lack of hope. And thank you for your tears, because put us in the situation in which we have to from that point to advance in different ways.
Itzik, you weren't listening to me. Please. Please listen to me. He asked her.
What? Who asked what? Who is who?
Yael, I mean Michael. He asked her.
Michael asked Yael what? They need money again.
You are impossible and you just don't listen. Michael asked our baby to marry him. Aren't you excited?
Well, it was bound to happen sometime. They've only known each other for 4 years by now. They moved in together 2 years ago. Mind you, they've even taken a dog.
And now they are getting married. Do you remember when we got married?
How can I forget?
What about the Shabbat Chatan? The Shabbat after the wedding, when the parents of the groom invite everybody to the synagogue and wife the groom. You're doing it, right?
I haven't talked about it yet.
What?
I said I haven't talked about it.
Louder!
The next question is, since when is the Austrian flag in use?
No.
I think
Since 1191.
Amazing, you got a point! Congratulations!
1 point!
I am from Austria.
for yesterday, I think it was a bit like war in our group. There was for the videos. We watched the videos from 4 groups, and in our group, the Palestinian Jewish group. So it was like war between them, and everybody said, "No, I'm true. No, you're true." I think we have to understand both sides, Jewish and Arab group. We came here to respect each other's ideas and not to say, "No, I'm wrong, I'm right and you're wrong." If we continue like this, we're not going to find a solution.
Yes.
I just want to say that I felt really, really attacked when I saw the video. It was like they're attacking us, and it was like I felt like I had nothing to say because I wasn't in that video, and you just showed something that I couldn't tell anything about it. I couldn't say anything about it, and I just doing it, and it wasn't okay because we didn't have like something to say about it in the video, and we thought it's about art in the Jewish community, not like the entire Israel. And if it was in the entire Israel, maybe we would put something about you guys. But I just felt so attacked, and so I was like, it's really hurt me. It really is, and it was, sorry.
When you say we will attack you or something, I mean, I don't know how this message got to you that we are attacking you. Like, we are here, it's called Peacecamp. We are not here for war. We are here to make peace with you guys. And we just saw the movie that, like, we show you how we are dealing with these things and how we are upset of them. And eventually we can make peace, and none of you guys has the fault or something to, like, you don't have any related to, like, this is the government, not you. Like, none of you like say, no, you can't be that, like, you can't be that. We just show a friend, and that's okay if we had a small fight. I mean, we can't just ignore the truth, and we can't just like pretend like we are happy. Like, we have to tell them that it's okay. Like, this is something that happens in our lives. That, I mean, if we had like I'm like pissed off or something, I can tell you, and you can tell me like solutions or something, and not attacking or something. Like, it's okay to have a small fight, and eventually we'll be friends.
I wanted to say something for everybody. Even like the Israeli group, maybe you see the conversation, I guess, as a fighting, but I don't think, I think it's really necessary to also, it's not necessary to fight, but like the moment I get the feeling that you feel like we stole your land, like maybe, I don't know, something like that, so it's like easier for me to understand what's your side and where are you coming from. And even if you guys see it as fighting, and yeah, let's don't talk. I don't think it's necessary to talk about the past, like who was first and stuff, but it's okay that we're like, I don't know, saying each other what we are feeling, because we cannot just start from zero and make peace. We should understand the feelings and like what's the, I don't know, thoughts of each side of us, and this is the way to, I don't know, make peace, I guess. Not just...
I want to say something to my delegation. We came here to make the peace, not to say it's our land or it's yours. So, we came here to make the peace, to live together in this land in peace. That's it. Don't say it again.
You have to pay attention if this is quite similar to the photograph. Okay? Look. Wow. And what was the deer doing?
She's just chewing on some grass.
No, yeah, it did like this with the...
With the... So, that's it.
So, on my paper, where is my another wiki, so the body, I wrote here maximalist because I am, and in some cases when I can't do things like I want to do, then it really hurts in my stomach, and that's why, and I didn't talk about it to anyone. And like a few years later, it became like a bigger thing, which is like now I have panic attacks, like in cases when I can't do things how I want to do. And this is like, I didn't talked about it to anyone, and that's why I'm here like now with the panic attacks, because I was afraid to ask someone and to tell someone that I need help, because I thought that asking for help is a weak thing, and I didn't want to be weak. But now I know that so you don't have to be alone with your problems, and you have to just ask for help if you feel like it's getting heavier and heavier, because you will end with a kind of thing that you can't handle anymore, and it's like this, like it was awful. So yeah, you can be in a situation which is really bad, and now I'm like I don't know how to handle these panic attacks, but yeah, now I'm at the point like I can say that I was stupid, and yeah, maybe if I have another problem anytime, then I'm going to ask for help, because it's important to not feel like this makes you weak. That's all.
رتقتني حرك يا أمير. شو الحمى؟
So, as you see, it's taller than me.
How about 5 inches? No, 5 centimeters.
I'm shy. I'm really so shy. I don't know. I just take it with me a lot of time to get involved with the people. I'm a dreamer. I always dream every night before I sleep. It's not it's not in my control. I have to dream so I can sleep. I'm hopeful. I just know that before I left my home, I didn't know that I'm hopeful. I'm imaginer. I always imagine before everything that I do what will happen and how will it happen. I'm a lover, musician. Music is my life. I can't stop without music. On Tuesday we came here from Vienna, so I couldn't have time to listen to music. And on Wednesday morning I was feeling really strange. Something happened in my life because I didn't listen to music. In love with my city. It's Aleppo. It's in Syria. jewelry designer. I always do jewelry. Next year I'm going to start learning at school how to do professional jewelry.
Okay, but when I listen to you, I try to explain to myself how you can tell us of the story that you personally were involved as a Syrian girl in your city. How it is to be part of this history, no? This terrible war, and who did that, and this and that is a complicated issue. But my question is if you wanted to tell us a little more about how it feels, this story for you. In a group of people that they are going home after the Peacecamp. They are going home, everyone will tell his mother, his father, this and that. Nice story for me, but what it means for you?
I was just thinking last night, and I was saying I wish I was like them. And after Peacecamp, I wish I could say I'm going home and meet my family and talk to them about the things that I live. But unfortunately, I can't go home, and I don't know when can I go and meet my family. I don't like to cry in front of people. Actually, it feels so sad till now. It's been like 1.5 years I left my home, and there is just a moment that I can never forget. My mom was closing the door, and I was on the stair, we were leaving, and it's like every night I couldn't see it again.
Maybe you can stop if you want to. You don't need to tell it.
But I mean, this war just make me more brave and hopeful. There's just one thing that I can handle, hold to it, it's the hope, and every night I dream to go back home one day.
Now do this one. Lucas S. You need his help for the 5 minutes.
You have more. Right, a minute. Now my work here.
My English is not better, but I will try. My article is about mother. When I was in Afghanistan, and I was a child, and I didn't want to go to school, and my mother, she was every day she was waking me up and to go to school, and I didn't want, and I every day said, I don't want to go to school, just go away from me. And when she was cooking, and every day I was asking, what you are cooking, and what's meat, and what should we eat? And she was every day saying, you will see it. But now when I'm in Austria, and because here I'm alone, and every day I'm working by himself, and not anymore. My mother is coming to waking me up, and
I must also cry because I'm so touched. My speech is very short. I'm an elderly lady, but I am still a dreamer. And I dream of a world that would resemble a peace camp. When I see you here cooperate, cry with one another, feel the pain of another one, feel the joy with other ones. I imagine a world that could be like that. I wish you good luck and bring this experience to your places.